Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Centurion Leadership Battalion podcast, your source of accountability, inspiration, and motivation to become your best and reach your fullest potential every day. Our motto, it's simple: to use our determination to crush our everyday leadership tasks so that we dominate in our delivery of services and products to our clients and achieve victory in personal growth, profitability, and creating environments for those around us to prosper. Let's get this show started. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Centurion Leadership Battalion podcast. I'm Justin Bizzarro. I'm your host for core value number 6. Again, that's Justin Bizzarro, Bizzarro. You can find me at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Justin Bizzarro, just like it's spelled, all lowercase Bizzarro. So core value number 6, always pursue excellence, be the best, and pursue the best. Pretty straightforward. If you're going to do something, why not do it the best you can with the amount of time you have? That doesn't mean get obsessive and go to perfection. I think progress is better than perfection, just so we're talking. But being your best means if I'm going to pursue a lifelong mission of having excellence or pursuing excellence or being the best person that I can with the life that I have, or making the biggest difference that I can, or leading the best I can, or passing on as much to the next generation as I can that'll be beneficial, or encouraging legacy, the pursuit of excellence throughout generations that echoes, I would say that's part of being my best and producing my best. It's not just what do I accomplish now or the size of my bank account. While I think obviously money is important, you can't do much without it in this world. And in order to live your dreams and make a difference, you also have to lead a company that does make enough money or does have enough business to make an influence on people, or go out there and lead vocally. That's another way. Maybe it isn't about money in that case. Maybe it's about leading vocally or making a difference or leading by example. But either way, I think some of the pursuit of excellence is making sure your kids are taken care of, the next generations in your family are taken care of. I would say sometimes that has to do with money. I think being the best is, what am I going to do with my life? What is the value that my life adds? What is my purpose on this planet? If I'm going to be here, what is it that I'm pursuing? What is it that I'm going to be excellent at? For me, I try to be excellent as an athlete. I can still consider myself an athlete. I think it's an important part. Working out, keeping a healthy mind, a healthy body, balancing my nutrition. Those are all things that I pursue excellence. So, and it's a losing battle, right? Theoretically, I'm getting older, so it's not like I can get younger, or theoretically I could be in better shape. But honestly, I disagree. I think we find things that we're better at than we ever were in our youth or in our younger years or in whatever years we want to call them, because we never tried them before, or we never pursued excellence in those things because we didn't know how. Either we weren't taught by our parents, or even if we were, maybe we weren't taught by our teachers, or we weren't, encouraged to do this particular skill. Like maybe it's a guitar and we come from a family that's not musically inclined, for example. So, what is the pursuit of excellence? I think we have so much in our life. I think, what is the pursuit of excellence? So often people could say that I, Justin Bizzarro, being a food entrepreneur, amongst other things that I've now into and being entrepreneurial in, should be what defines me, or what I should pursue excellence is in food. But I'm going to get you guys to think about it this way. If I'm a true leader, my excellence is in making a better planet and having a better place for the next generations. That's where I pursue excellence. I happen to be given the gift or opportunity, if you will, to be in food, to run a food company, to have my father take on an entrepreneurial journey about the age when I was going into college, so I could work with him and graduating from college. So there were things like that. Obviously, I had opportunity, but food happens to be the tool by which I change the world. I, Justin Bizzarro, my heart, my soul, my leadership skills is always oriented towards making a positive difference. So you'll always hear that if I'm anywhere, I'm always going to be talking about leadership, family, and legacy. Okay? Food service partners, family. Primal Rock, family. My family is my family, obviously. But I have a lot of family members, and the legacies that are built within all of those are very important. And so that comes from being the best, encouraging everyone around me, people that are my teammates that work for food service partners or Primal Rock or my friends or my family. It's always encouraging everyone to be the best that they can, to get through fear, to get through uncomfortable situations, and excel at anything that they want to excel at. For me, my pursuit of excellence is around, obviously, what I do with the podcasts. I'm always trying to grow people. Food is the ability, and the clients, obviously, number one, want to always excel at food, giving them the best that they can, or the best that they've ever seen, best we can. Make sure their customers have the best experience from the food as possible. All of those things are important. But ultimately, everyone is driven by the core values in our company, particularly the pursuit of excellence, because being the best as individuals and having that core value means no matter what they're doing, whether they're in maintenance, which isn't exactly in food, well, it's in a food facility, it's maintenance of equipment, whether they're in accounting, which is never producing the food itself, everyone shares the same thing and is going in the same direction on the ship, which is pursuing that excellence. So it's the same in the communities. You have doctors, car salesmen, dentists, businessmen, so on and so forth, teachers. They've all got to have a similar vision, and you can't share a vision without having the same core values in your community, and that takes leadership. And it takes leaders who make sure they understand the core values of that environment, or creates those core values if they lack them so badly, and leads by them by example, which we talk about in other core values, is then taking them and leading that way. So for me, for you, I don't know what excellence is, but like I said, it's family for me, it's legacy, and it's leadership. So my pursuit of excellence is, how do I get people to lead better? How can I teach leadership across the board, across entrepreneurs, which I love, and across anyone out there in any position, because I do truly feel we lack leadership across the board. Positive, independent, self-thinking, problem-solving, self-starting leadership in every level, sticking up for the right thing, for what I believe in, leading oneself, for example, the pursuit of excellence in leading oneself, and being true to oneself versus conforming all the time. I think that's one, if someone has that. I think being the best version of yourself means being that true to yourself and pursuing what is true to you. Family. I think family, whether it's my FSP family, the Primal Rock family, or more importantly, my family, or my extended family, that's very important to me. I think that realizing that no matter what that looks like, we don't get to choose our family, often even if it's blood. But that being said, I don't think we should ever look at it that way. I think if you have a family, no matter what the skill sets is given, God is giving us a business. God is giving us a family foundation to pursue excellence in. So each kid, each person, each skill set, uncomfortable or not, you like it or not, it's going to benefit the family in some way. When people grew up on a farm and everyone was living on the farm, every kid born had to be utilized by their superpower. Their weaknesses, forget about it. Death would happen to a whole family if you concentrate on those weaknesses. Nope. And I'm not saying weaknesses aren't important to improve, but I guarantee you focusing on the superpowers, pursuing excellence, exposes the weaknesses in yourself, and you can't help but have to deal with them. big difference. I have to deal with them as Justin because I'm pursuing excellence versus someone constantly telling me or me going into reviews in a building or getting employee feedback on them. While those are all good, I think they're important and you should listen to them. I also think that if you're pursuing excellence, you're already exposing your own weaknesses. Think about it. So, like I said, family, leadership, and then obviously legacy. What is the echoing effect of our actions? If we're in pursuit of excellence our whole life, what do our actions take? Now, mind you, all of us have made mistakes in our life. We've done things maybe we're not proud of. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've had my troubles, so on and so forth. We all, have our mix-ups with the law. We all have our adolescent years. We all have our rebellion. We all have things that maybe even today we're trying to figure out who we are and we don't do things great, or maybe we harm other people unintentionally. Obviously, if it harms someone, I wouldn't do it. But what I am saying is sometimes in the pursuit of discovery of ourselves, like setting a boundary, it may hurt someone, but maybe it is for the beneficial of everyone. So just a thought there for everyone. But having boundaries, making sure you set a schedule, what is it that I'm doing? What is the excellence I'm trying to pursue? Like I said, being an athlete is important to me. Being a businessman is important to me. Those are things I pursue. All of those things, but I actually do all those things with the hope of inspiring and motivating other people to pursue excellence or be better versions of themselves or produce the best. Anyone who's ever followed me, you can see even myself, I've transformed the way I eat as I've learned more about food service partners, nutrition, and clean eating. I changed my diet. It automatically lost 10 pounds without changing my exercise habits. Pretty significant, and actually I eat more volume of food. But those are things that, because I'm pursuing excellence, because I'm pursuing to be the best version of Justin Bizzarro, and that I hope you guys are too, selfishly, obviously, because I want to make sure that my family is always taken care of. They have a good role model, they have a good legacy, that I'm always in uncomfortable situations, sometimes having uncomfortable situations, hopefully for their benefit. Most of the time, those uncomfortable situations are uncomfortable because I'm like, you know what? You are a leader. You know what? You need to go in there and lead in your company or on your team or on your CrossFit team. You've come this far, 7 years of hard work. Yes, sometimes it's uncomfortable to be motivational. People are like, oh, God, you're going to do that motivational thing again, Justin? What is this thing you constantly do on your social media? Hello, I'm trying to be the best version of me. I'm just trying to share it with everyone. I hope there's other people out there that share this same vision of being the best version of yourself while you still have the chance to do so while you're here. So core value number 6 is really that. How do I constantly pursue the best version of myself? Because if we go back through the core values, and we want to go the extra mile and we want to build relationships, hey, that's pursuing excellence for myself. That's being the best, producing the best, meaning I'm going to produce the best, not only quality products, but I'm going to produce the best information and produce the best words out of my mouth and the best version of myself so other people grow, so other people can be inspired, so other people can be motivated, so I can make a difference, maybe a slight difference in someone else's day. And I just want to tell this story. And I may get emotional, but, Deborah and I recently drove the car across the country because and anyone who follows us on social media, again, at Justin Bizzarro, can follow all of our ventures and our family and hear some motivational stuff, hopefully, along the way. But really, we drove across the country. We load up the car on the trailer and the truck. We actually picked up a new member of our family, a new puppy named Bella, Cocker Spaniel, to join Brutus, our other Cocker Spaniel. But anyway, my point is, on the way, we stopped at a rest stop, and a woman was in there with the dog, and she was on the run from a bad situation. She's got a broken window, all of her stuff's in the car. She's got the dog. She's just a very nice woman, not one that takes advantage. You can just tell. Maybe one day we can talk about how, those things happen, and we'll get into the leadership of how to lead people out of bad situations or abusive situations or that, and we can really talk about what that leadership looks like. That's not what I'm going to talk about right now. But what I am going to talk about is how she had a dog. We have a new puppy. We were all obviously stopping to walk the dog. She didn't say anything about anything. She didn't ask for anything about us. She was happy that she was going to a new place. And you could tell that while she was on the run, she was happy to go to a new place, right? And so, okay, let's talk about pursuing excellence, being the best, and producing the best. This woman was starting over. Now, in today's day and age, none of us carry cash, right? She didn't ask for anything. She didn't want anything. I gave her every bit of cash I had. I cried for her because I could feel it in her. How? Because in my pursuit of excellence and being the best and producing the best means that I want that for everyone else around me. For the team members or employees, whatever you want to call them, we call them team members at Food Service Partners. I've been through things. I care about the employees. I've heard awful situations, family members, anything, you name it. So I can tell when someone's in a bad situation. And leadership and pursuing excellence, which is, in my opinion, leading a life that is the best version of who I am, the best Christian, Judeo-Christian beliefs, Justin Bizzarro person. That's not against any other religion. That's just where I am. It's where my beliefs are foundationally. It's where my leadership comes from. I'm not saying other places or religions or whatever isn't a good foundation for leadership skills also. I'm just saying where mine came from. So that being said, I believe that if God cares about me, that he wants me to be the best version of myself and pursue that for lifelong, because that's what any father or parent would want for their child. Mother, father, however we want to look at it, but definitely a higher power would want for anyone is to be the best of themselves that they could be if they truly were coming from a place of love. So, back to the story. Whatever it was, it brought me to tears talking to her when I walked over, because, I knew it, but you could tell there was a sense of hope, a sense of that she was going to make it and she might be okay because she escaped and got away from this abusive person who happened to also have killed her other dog. And she got him locked up for it long enough to run away, as I talked to her. And I prayed for her. And I'm like, I don't have, this is what I can give. And I even offered to help out in any way that I could. But, she was off to pursue her own life. And, one of the things she said, and I'll never forget it, it's left an impression on me forever. And, even though I want to do good things, it makes me want to pursue greater excellence and take care of animals and giving back to people in a better way, not just through the food or just through whatever. It's a greater pursuit of excellence. But one of the things she said is she now has hope and she can now pursue the best version of herself. And so I want everyone to really think about that. Leadership, how are you going to lead anything or be a model of leadership if we're setting examples of bad things in the world? And one of the things that really truly made me hopeful for this woman is that she realized that her only way to be the best version of herself, to really get through her situation, was to get away and start over, no matter how rock bottom or with what she had to do. She didn't ask for anything. She didn't ask me for anything. She didn't ask Deborah for anything. She was just a person on the run, trying to get somewhere to have a better life, to start over, to give a better life to her dog, and hopefully a better life to her. I pray for this woman. Seriously, I pray for any woman or male or men, anyone who's out there that's escaping from a rough situation. So when I talk about always pursuing excellence and being the best and pursuing the best, obviously that means for me, but that means that I have been given opportunities, fair or not fair. I have been dealt a certain hand in my life, and I have the gift of life with which I shouldn't waste my time. And so if I'm not going to waste my time, I'm going to pursue excellence for me, and I'm going to pursue the ability to give everyone else the opportunity to pursue the same excellence or produce the same best things in life that they want. So for me, that's this podcast, that's other podcasts, that's training programs, that's talking positively with all my team members and everyone at Food Service Partners, like I said, our Prime Rock or clients. That means also getting rid of the negative clients, getting rid of the negative teammates, getting rid of the negative people in my life. It's hard, but it's necessary, because negativity is not in the pursuit of excellence, nor being the best or producing the best. Life is hard enough. It's already hard. No matter what it is, it sucks. It sucks sometimes. No matter how good or how much money or how bad or whatever, it can suck at times. Death happens, cancer happens, divorce happens, things happen in life. But when we realize those things they don't happen to us, they happen for us, because we need to be pursuing excellence. We need to learn and grow from them, and we need to move forward. And it sucks, and I'm not saying to put on big boy pants. Go through it, learn from it, look backwards. Make sure you cultivate it in your brain what happened, so you don't make the same mistakes twice, what you can do, what your side of the street was. Being the best means looking at yourself, reflecting constantly on your actions, on whether or not your leadership actions were successful or not, admitting when you made a mistake. That's hugely important. But it's all because you need to be the best, produce the best, and be excellent. You often have to be the most humble, which is, again, another core value. But, again, I think that if you really pursue excellence, you'll live every day to the fullest, and you'll make sure that whatever you're doing, you're providing an environment for everyone you lead, everyone around you, family, friends, kids, friends, that you're always encouraging leadership, independence, self-starting, chores and responsibility and accountability, because all of that is required for leadership. So thank you, everyone, for listening in. I appreciate all of you guys. I love all of you guys. Anyone who's listening in and is dedicated to leadership or being an entrepreneur or leaving this world a better place than we found it, and is actually taking actions to do so, like, you're a friend of mine. You're my family. Anyone who honestly believes that they can peacefully and wholeheartedly make a difference by everyday actions, and not just talk about it and not just rely on other people to do it for them, actually lead their life that way in whatever role they are in their life. Just a stay-at-home mom or dad, a lawyer, whatever. What is it that you're doing every day to pursue excellence, to provide joy and happiness and opportunity in the world, to make sure that you're echoing legacy and generations of positivity? Growth. What can we really do as humans, beyond what we do now? We've had huge growth technologically. What else can we do, for the whole of humanity instead of against each other? I would say if we're all pursuing excellence and being the best and producing the best planet, best world, being the best citizen in that world, being the best husband, being the best brother, wife, sister, grandmother, employee, blah, 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 I think things would be a lot better, right? I think actually in the long run, everyone would probably make more money too. Just saying. So thanks, everyone, for listening in. Again, I'm Justin Bizzarro. Keep coming back. Spread the love. Share it. Hey, we're going to be doing some question and answer episodes coming up. Please, anyone in the audience, if you have leadership questions, general business questions, or anything like that you want to ask, please reach out to us on social media. The best place to go is go to Centurion Leadership Battalion on Instagram and DM us your questions. Thanks. Bye.